Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's up? 21LA podcast number 6. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's up, playa? Okay, what I want to talk about, I have to leave for work I have to shower. I don't have much time. However, I would like to talk about systems to make the dreams come true. I've got this project that I'm working on. That's the one that I'm kind of committing to right now. And I've kind of seen... This is fun. What's up, guys? It's been a little... Okay. I've been kind of off my jam a little bit. Like, a little bit off my jam. Something I know that as my training goes, so does everything. If I fall off my training, I fall off everything. And not that I fell off my training, because 2 weeks ago I hit 25 miles running, which was the most I've ran in a week. But I haven't been biking and swimming. So it's like we're close. And there's that same thing I see in the music. I've been making some really cool songs, like some really cool ideas and stories. But I haven't been writing as much. I missed 2 weeks on this podcast. And it's like, I'm learning to be, consistently churning. I recognize it's a choice every day of am I going to do it or not. And, it doesn't matter what we've done, what we're going to do. Like, at the end of the day, what really matters is right now. And we're doing it. And we had a good training day. We had a good workout this morning on the track with the team. And I did a little lunch run with Max. So, I'm going to fix the bike. I got a chain broken. But besides the point, that feeling of with the training feels where I'm with every... Let's just get into this. So, Hotel Tag is the current project that I'm working on. I think it's going to be it's going to be a story that has 3 songs that I could see. I was writing it out in terms of what do we need to do to make this song? Like, how do we make this? Like, that's what I wrote. I was like, slow down. Start creating it. We have parts of the song. Let's make them. So, I have this drum and guitar part that's playing right now, and I really like it. When I get closer to finalizing this, it's like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what do I do to actually finish these projects? And I was like, okay, slow down. I want to use the process of creating this song as a way to develop my process, being intentional with each step of the process. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna organize this project file. And we organized the project file. We made the separate, what I have right now, it's guitars that I recorded and drumming on the guitar and voice recordings of of a chorus that I have. Allow that to be enough. I don't need to make anything more than that. But get this part, put a little bow tie on it. Here you go. This is this version of the song, where it's at right now. Here's the idea. So I organized the project file, and then I was like, okay, let's reflect on where we are. I was like, okay, we're organized. Now let's collect the files and organize them. This is the part of building out the systems that is, I think, going to be a game changer, honestly. Where when you're creating, you're like a kid that runs into a sandbox and just starts digging around with sticks and shovels and rocks, and like a bird flies by and you're like, oh my gosh, look at that bird. Wait, bird, rock, blah. And you're like, oh my gosh, all of that, and like, I've got a song. We got a song. I don't know why I drew a song note on my hand, but I was just feeling it. We got a song. And you can stay in that world. I can stay in that world. And it's fine if someone wants to stay in that world and just do that. But I want to learn this part that I am not really good at, which is, okay, how do we take that little rock we found and actually build this thing that we see out of it. That's when the systems come into play. I'm trying to lay the irrigation of these creative ideas that I have and this brand and this videos and the story and the music. I'm trying to build out the pipes so it actually leads to, oh my gosh, there's an actual irrigation system that waters these crops, that transfers the seed, that builds this whatever it is. So it's like, okay, like I was writing it out here where it was like, what does the file organizational system look like? Okay, hotel tag, that's the top. And then this song that I'm working on right now is called Ready or Not. That's the first song in this project. So what I want to do is I'm gonna I'm gonna create the Figma board. That's the first step. I forgot about it, but I wrote it in there. The Figma board is gonna be the home of all of the, it's like an interactive whiteboard that's gonna be the host of all of the information. From the music to the project files to the raw footage of me making all of these things, that's where it's all going to stay and it's all gonna be hosted there. And it's all gonna be something that I can send to people working on this project. And me, myself, I know my ducks are in order. I've balanced the books of this song and everything is organized and where it should be. That allows me to work really hard on this. I can work really hard on it and I can be like, yo, Diego, here's the song right now, where it's at. This is what we're going for. Here's the idea. Like, what do you think about this guitar part? Like, you got some ideas? Like, you want to work on this? Or sending it to people. Yo, someone's asked about the story. This is the story. This is the music. Here's the footage. Here's all this stuff, how it all relates. A little bit of an idea of what that bigger picture is as well, that it's all leading to. That big bow tie that it's all going to be sealed into. So we're building that out. And it's fun. And that's kind of all that I wanted to talk about in this. But I guess I'll take this as a moment to go into, this feels like a, it feels like a, kind of a moment in life. One more week at my current job, and then I'm gonna be leaving it. And, you know, I've been waiting to take a big leap in life for a while. But what I realized a year and a half ago, when I was debating coming back to Miami, debating going back to my job, when I was debating everything that I was doing in a way, why am I making like all of this stuff? I realized that my comfort zone was shaking the snow globe. My comfort zone was jumping into these waters and figuring out, where are we going to go from here? What projects are we going to work on? We're in a new place. Let's figure this out. Let's do all this. Let's do all that. But at the end of the day, I was doing all of those cool things, and I'm so glad I did, because it led me down this incredible journey that led to me discovering more of the world and my place in it, and I really thank that kid for that. But I also saw how I still wasn't able to finish any of my projects. I still wasn't able to, I was still facing the same problems of not being able to be consistent with my fitness. And I still can't finish a song. And that life caught up to me, where it was really cool and there was a lot of exciting things, but that little voice of, why are we still not able to finish? It's been 8 years, should I even be making music? Like, that became a tipping point almost. But I was really debating and really close at times. But instead of running away from that, and instead of throwing myself into a new environment, a new city, and new work, because I thought that's what my intuition was leading me to. I thought my intuition was telling me, don't come back here. But then I started to question, I had this thought of, what if that thing that I've been making my decisions off of, what if it's not actually intuition telling me, don't go back? What if that's actually, very quietly, a handshake that's been made with fear and avoidance that ended up becoming this journey of looking into that and seeing and testing that hypothesis of gosh, it was such a battle of like trying to listen to it and not knowing what it was and like, should you do this, should you not do this? But at the end of the day, I made the decisions based off of practicing the muscle of enduring and staying and letting the dust settle. So I went back to Miami for a year. I went back to the job. I started endurance training to practice that muscle of just sitting with this and being like, okay, bro, I'm pulling up a chair with myself in that apartment for 12 months and we're going to figure this shit out. And we figured it out. We did. And that's what all these projects are kind of about. It feels like we're in a car. And this is my life right now. And my new life is right here. And we just kind of have to walk around that corner. But it's scary because it means we leave all of this. And it's really letting go of this life. And I love this life. But your new life is going to cost you your old one. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. And I believe everything that's meant for us is going to meet us on the other side of us being ourselves. And mustering up the courage to put yourself in that arena, whatever that is for you. For a second, I thought I wasn't recording any of this. Oh my gosh. The big realization that I had was I was a fool for thinking those questions I was asking myself had answers. So I choose to be a different fool in accepting the fact that there are no answers, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, 21 LA, spread love. Be you. I think it works. And ladies and gentlemen, you know we have to end it with our boy. I do this. I ask myself a question in life, and I keep it in my head, and then I go. I ask it one more time, and then I look him in the eyes. And that boy, Ralph McDonald, he looks back at you telling you exactly. Peace out. Wait, do it one more time. I think I almost got it.
It's like bum, 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 bum. How long do I have to do this for?
I almost got it, I think. It's starting to come back.
Bum, 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 bum.